Everyone, welcome to the show. I have a ton of updates to share about Donald Trump and investigations into him. Trump was in New York yesterday for a second deposition that was in the $250 million case that was brought by New York Attorney General Letitia James. That trial is coming up soon, and after being deposed for a reported 7 hours, Trump goes on his failing social media channel to say that she should drop the case. It would really be in the best interests of everyone. So I don't think that's going to happen. Anyway, on Wednesday night, news broke that the Department of Justice, the special counsel, is looking into the possibility that Trump and his team scammed donors with false emails. Basically, this would allow the DOJ to charge Trump and others with wire fraud. Because according to the Washington Post, quote, special counsel Jack Smith's office has sent subpoenas in recent weeks to Trump advisors and former campaign aides, Republican operatives, and other consultants involved in the 2020 presidential campaign. And some of these people have also testified before the grand jury. This is all in regard to fundraising efforts. So one person we know to have testified in the past couple of weeks for a second time was Trump aide Stephen Miller. I don't know if they're asking him about any of this, but what we do know is that he sat for the grand jury for 6 hours. This was the second time, and he was in there for 6 hours. Now, in regard to the subpoenas, what they're saying is that they're related to internal communications with the Trump campaign. And they're trying to determine if Trump and his allies and advisors were saying one thing privately and then conveying an entirely different message to the donors in these emails. So that new revelation in the Dominion defamation case will definitely be of interest to the special counsel. Because you had that one guy, that campaign official saying, oh, yeah, no, there was nothing found. The machines were fine. Yeah. So if he, for instance, was then telling Trump's people to put out a completely opposite false message to the donors just to raise money, he's toast. And then it was also reported that Smith is seeking any documents or communication about Trump's so-called election defense fund. During the January 6th Select Committee investigation, you guys probably remember, it was revealed that no fund exists with that name. Like it's not a real thing. It was Trump using it as a marketing ploy. And in addition to all of this newly revealed information and new lines of inquiry, it was also reported that the special counsel is trying to determine if Trump shared national security secrets, specifically a map. No one seems to know what this map is, but Smith has been asking witnesses if Trump showed this map to aides or visitors. And based on the questions that are being asked, it appears that Trump may have shown this map to at least one of his advisors. Witnesses have also been asked about Trump showing this map to people on a plane and then also donors. And one person said Trump may have shown it to a journalist who is writing a book. That's their take based on the questioning. And according to legal experts, if Trump did in fact share this classified map with other people, that opens him up to espionage charges because the espionage statute specifically mentions the sharing of maps. In addition to all of this, it's now being reported that the special counsel is asking witnesses about Trump paying for their legal fees related to this investigation. So I don't know all the details, but that is also a line of inquiry. And these investigations appear to be really moving at a rapid clip because it was reported that there are at least 2 grand juries meeting simultaneously every single week regarding Trump and his advisors. So this is going very fast. I think we could see charges in at least the classified documents case before summer. I wouldn't be surprised. In the meantime, Trump is going on offense. He appealed the judge's order for former Vice President Mike Pence to testify before the grand jury. So we'll see what happens with that. And then it was also reported that Trump is suing Michael Cohen for $500,000. Trump claims in a 32-page lawsuit that Cohen caused him, quote, vast reputational harm. And he says that he, quote, breached the contractual terms of the confidentiality agreement he signed as a condition of employment. That kind of seems like an admission of guilt right there, because if Cohen was just making stuff up, then Trump wouldn't use that argument. But Trump is saying, no, you're telling people what we were doing, what we were saying behind the scenes. This is a violation of our confidentiality agreement. So sounds kind of like Trump is admitting that Cohen is telling the truth. Cohen's attorney is calling this a frivolous lawsuit. He said it's being used to intimidate potential witnesses, that it's basically, obstruction of justice. Legal experts told Law and Crime news outlet that, yeah, we can't recall ever a defendant suing a key witness in the defendant's case, but it doesn't necessarily mean that Trump doesn't have a case. He could be in violation of an NDA. So we'll see what happens. In addition to all of this, Trump was asking for a 4-week delay in his rape trial with E. Jean Carroll. That is fast approaching. Trump's attorney claims that a cooling off period is needed because jurors, quote, will have the criminal allegations top of mind when judging President Trump's defense against Ms. Carroll's allegations. Trump is also pitching a fit because it was just revealed that Democratic donor and billionaire Reid Hoffman is funding Carroll's lawsuit against Trump. Hoffman is the guy who started LinkedIn. He's the founder. He's loaded. He's a big Democratic donor. So Trump attorneys are saying we need more time. We want to scrutinize where this money is coming from, what the implications are. The judge said no. He ruled against them. He ruled against delaying the trial. The judge did offer a somewhat concession to Trump's team, though. He said that Carroll will have to provide more information about her funding coming from Reid Hoffman. And then also she has to sit for a new deposition on the matter, because apparently when she was deposed in the past, she was asked who was paying for her legal fees, and she said that she was. Now it's come out that Reid Hoffman is, but her attorney is saying, look, she was paying for it in the beginning. She did fund it, but then we found someone who was willing to come in and help her with the financial costs. No harm, no foul, right? When she answered that question, she was being honest. But and here's the thing, it doesn't matter who's paying her legal fees. Either Trump raped her or he didn't, right? And I mean, that's just the facts of the case. Second, if their argument is that, oh, we can't have this rape case soon because Trump was just indicted for a crime, and so there's all this media frenzy, well, then we're going to have to delay this case until May of never, basically, because Trump is likely to face indictments every couple of months for the foreseeable future. I mean, take, for instance, the Georgia investigation. It was just confirmed by Law and Crime news outlet that the DA in Georgia, Fani Willis, is going to impanel a new grand jury at the beginning of next month, the beginning of May. They're going to review the evidence and they're going to make decisions on indictments. And according to legal experts, that whole process, because they already had a special grand jury, this regular grand jury process is only going to take a couple of days. So we could see another Trump indictment in just a few weeks. There's never going to be a good time for this rape case if we use their reasoning. Next up is the case involving former Trump advisor Peter Navarro. I shared recently Navarro has hundreds of government documents. For some reason, he has been refusing to turn those over to the National Archives. Well, a federal appeals court just unanimously rejected Navarro's arguments. They ruled that he has to relinquish these documents immediately. And the original judge in the matter, which is Colleen Collar-Cotelli, she ordered Navarro to turn over those documents today. She said on or before Friday. So we'll see if he does it. he could appeal this all the way to the Supreme Court, but that would be very strange. I mean, it's already suspicious why he's holding on to these documents so hard. So anyway, guys, I'll keep you posted. Thank you all so much for watching and listening. Have a great weekend. Please like this video, share it, subscribe if you haven't. Love you all. If you can become a supporter of the show, I'll love you even more. Take care. I will talk with you soon.